their feet. If the aliens are actually using their feet to flatten these, then they're doing it the same way as humans would do it. And they're breaking the crop when they do it. You hear people say the crop isn't broken. It is broken. Okay, don't listen to that. You hear about the blown nodes, microwave blown nodes. Yes, that all came from Dr. Levengood. Dr. Levengood is not a doctor. He faked he's not a doctor. Well done, Dr. Levengood. So all that research about the blown nodes is now, ooh, should I believe that? Shouldn't I believe it? Professor Glickman, not a professor, lied about being a professor. You know, these are the types of people who are telling you the wonderful stories about crop circles and why they scientifically couldn't be made by people. Don't believe it. Do your own research. Bishop's cannings again. Very quickly going through. That one shows the light up a little bit better. And we're skipping on very quickly now. This was done in 2 nights. That was night 1. People got a bit spooked, left the formation, finished it off. That's what it ended up as night 2. Interesting story behind this one. 2 formations created next to each other. This one was made as a commission for a lesbian wedding. The farmer was paid in the morning. The lesbonauts, or whatever you call them, came to the field, and they had jugglers and people playing musical instruments and doing all sorts of great things, videoed, it was wonderful. They all left, and then Francine Blake turns up, one of the researchers. She speaks to the farmer, she says, can I go and see the crop circle? He goes, yes, by all means, but you do know it's man-made. And he says, oh, really? Yes, it's for a lesbian wedding. They've all been and gone, they had a great time, they commissioned it, you know, it's in the shape of a heart for the love and all that. And she's like, oh, great. She goes back to her conference, full of about 700 people in a hall very much like this, but a lot more people, and she goes, yes, the heart, isn't it wonderful? We know of no reason that this could be man-made. Dum, 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 dum. And you think that happens? That doesn't happen. It happens a lot. This one was a mistake. Couldn't finish it because we got confused. This was a weird one. Got so confused. That doesn't happen, but on this one it did. Got so confused, even though this had been scribed, which was the last arm, we had to just give up because we were all like, whoa, what's happening? Where are we? Do you know where we are? Can you see the design? Where are we? Are we there? And nobody could even think. And I just said, forget it. And we just finished it off with this little thing here, which, you know, didn't make a lot of sense, but looked like maybe like a little ghost holding a ball or something, you know, or a little human with his arms up like a ghost, and then left it at that. And we came back and finished it again in a different formation. Basket weave again. That one wasn't mine, you know. As I say, if they haven't got the exclamation marks against it, they're probably mine, unless they're the ones I've explained aren't. But skipping through, that was a star map. So this was a daylight demonstration for the digital radio company, DAB radio company. I don't like doing font work. As you can see, the Lucy Pringle was a good example of why I don't like doing font work. I tried doing the font. The font looks poor, but it was meant to be like an at, but an R instead of an A in the center. But what was good was the technique we used for doing the oval, because ovals are probably the hardest thing you can do trying to make a crop circle, because you've got no central point that you can just scribe all the way around. It has to be dynamically changing as you go through it. The technique you use is you use 2 points, and you actually put the tape behind your back, and you actually walk with the tape behind you. And because the 2 points are actually holding the tape differently, it actually scribes you out into the oval. And it does it for you, so you don't have to think. It's a no-brainer. You just let the tape run behind your back, and it creates an oval for you. Anyway, that one at Everley, very much liked because it had the thing in the middle. That's the one I got arrested for, the 7-fold star. Not very impressive, but it was to titillate Mr. Glickman, who said that a 7-fold is impossible to do. It's really hard to do 7. Well, you can do 6, you can do 8, you can do 9, 25, but you can't do 7. There we are, so we did him a 7, but unfortunately backfired on me with legal ramifications. Chair Hill Khan, this is the one I talk about with a time effect. We were running out of time, and I literally looked up at the sky and said, we need more time. And I asked people what was the time, and their clocks had gone back an hour. And I looked up at the sky, and the sky had gone back to how it was an hour previous. And we all went, whoa! There was even a doctor present with us, Dr. Simeon Hine. He testifies to having that strange experience, and he cannot explain it. So we had an hour of extra time. This is Allington. There's a mistake in this one. Here, 2 bits flattened when there should have been 1 extra bit there and 1 extra bit there. I then replicated it in New Zealand for Japanese TV in the winter. Their winter is our summer. So we got taken down there in the winter, and I replicated it there to show that it could be done under controlled conditions with night vision cameras in complete darkness. That's on my YouTube channel if you want to have a look at it. I'm not getting pulled off the stage yet, so okay. There's a basket weave in this one. A bit hard to see with the video projection, but closer up you can see there is a basket there. Now this one was actually in 2009. I did make that. And the reason I'm going to say I made it, because if anybody wants to arrest me for doing that as a memorial for my mum, who passed away that year, if anybody wants to arrest me for that, go ahead. That was for my mum. So this is from a team who said, it's okay, tell them we did this, you know, throw it in there with your ones, Matt. This is not my design, I was not there when it was done. This was done very recently, but the team said, tell them it's man-made. These are friends of mine, did this. This was known as the hummingbird. Okay, they said throw a couple of other ones in there that we've done. That was known as the dragonfly. That's the hummingbird again, dragonfly. The phoenix, all done in 3 fields next to each other as well, which is kind of interesting. And this big one called the which, you know, they actually came forward themselves and told people that this was man-made, but people were like, no, it can't have been. This was gargantuan. Have a look how many tram lines it crosses and how far it goes up the field. It's huge. It was absolutely enormous, that formation. So I think I'm probably going to get asked to finish up, and I'm just going to give you my details. If you want to contact me, send me a mail through truthseekers666, and that's on YouTube, and you can get to see all the videos of us making crop circles and talking to people about questions they've got. Unfortunately, I do swear a lot. I haven't sworn much here tonight. I promised myself I was going to, but I haven't actually had the guts to do it. So you can catch that on the YouTube channel, but I hope it's been interesting for you. You've had a world exclusive tonight, and I'm going to get my arse arrested. I hope it doesn't happen.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
Okay, guys.